What's the problem with me?
Can we get the real Andy? I would prefer the real Andy.
Oh, let's get the real Max. I'll take off my mask when you take off your mask, brother.
Because who's your new favorite YouTuber, Ian, that wanted to be on the show with us?
The Madman. The Madman.
Mad Movie Man.
Let's bring on Max Movies because he scares the living shit out of me. Hold on.
Oh, wow.
Mad Max says, I think you should apologize. Right? I'm sitting here in a goddamn torn down pool house.
I don't even know who you
pool house
are.
is torn apart. Okay, it's torn apart because I'm remodeling on my $70 webcam. Okay, I'm no better than you.
Movie Madness Entertainment. Welcome.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome to viewers. It's Max. I just got off work. I'm just in for a quick stream, and I'm extremely excited about this topic. And it's a little bit of suck it, haters. I'm so sick. Listen, my friend, I still want my friends around, but I am sick of the negative Nancys. I don't know. Is it appropriate to say negative Nancys? Negative people. I'm just kidding. I don't know. But you know what I'm saying. The people like, they shouldn't touch it. They shouldn't make it. They shouldn't do this. They shouldn't do that. And then you think about it. And then you get an interesting idea. There are so many ideas in this world. There's so much great stuff yet to come with the properties that still exist. Yes, I lunt original IPs, but there's so much great here. Do you realize how close we are getting to having an actor reprise the role of Joker for the second time on screen? This hasn't happened yet on film. We're going to get Joaquin Phoenix back as the Joker for a second time. Jack Nicholson, one time. Heath Ledger, one time. Well, actually, Jared Leto, I guess if you count the Snyder Cut, that's the closest we got to 2 appearances of the Joker. And then Lady Gaga, an amazing talent. I actually think she's one of the best actresses around right now, honestly. Who once thought may have been a carbon copy of Madonna, but has surpassed Madonna in every way. And I'm not a Madonna hater. Amazing. Amazing. You know what I'm saying, Anthony. He was still the Joker. Oh, now you're going to play these games. So we're also, look at this. She is also a beautiful talent in the industry. I'm a big fan of Lady Gaga. So we're going to do a reaction video to Grace. We're going to look at an article. And also, this is I covered this. Let me show you the proof. Let me show you the receipts. I covered this even before some of the sites that you do rumors come up. I will show you. Please smash the like button for this video. And when do you cover stuff? Oh, this back and forth. Should you cover it? Shouldn't you cover it? If you preface it, it's a rumor. It might not happen. We're gravy, baby. And then also, if it does happen and it was a rumor before, it's that much more exciting. Like, that's great. You know how many of my friends say, don't even make a Joker 2. Don't touch it. It's perfect. Well, how many of those same people are going to go see this if it happens? And it's pretty much on track right now. We saw Joaquin Phoenix on the internet, on Twitter, I believe, reading the script. Now, but I'll show you the proof that I sourced in the description where I found out about Lady Gaga. And this was in January, I think. I'll show you the video real quick. All right. Maybe I'll put this in the description as well in case you want to check out the almost 2-hour live stream. Harley Quinn and Joker 2. Lady Gaga to play Dr. Harleen Quinzel, MME Live. You know, do you know some of my friends? Well, they're not even my friends anymore. but my friends back in the day didn't want me to cover the Snyder Cut, potentially release the Snyder Cut movement before the Snyder Cut was official. They like brushed it off. Oh, we know what it's not finished. It boxes you in. Everyone needs to just have more fun and just chill out. Damn. Isn't this exciting, everyone? Let's get to the chat to see what the chat is saying. Remember, smash the like button. Help MME grow. And we're rolling on this channel. We're having lots of fun. Donovan Martin says, see what Ezra posted stuff in the social media store that isn't helping their case at all. I could comment on that if I have time. She had a poker face. Okay. Antonio, it was necessary. If there's a story to tell her, it's necessary. Don't box everything in. Everyone loves to put a box around the stuff. The sky is the limit with your imagination. There are lots of things that are extremely possible. Lots of things. You know, it has to come down to execution. Hey, Ashley. Ashley, are you excited about the Joker 2 news and Lady Gaga? All right. So let's get to the article first, and then we will react to Grace Randolph, because that's, you know, I haven't done that in a while either. Never put a box. I'm tired of, you know, I'm not upset with people. I'm just like, really? We're going to do this back and forth about it's a rumor. Who gives a F? You know, people need to grow up is what needs to happen. And I can also give you an update on my health and my mental status later on. There are going to be some slight changes to how I handle things. I'm still here for everyone. But this last weekend, I devoted my time to sitting around the computer all weekend to try to help. And then things still blew up. And I'm not going to comment on what blew up. I'm just saying it's not worth it. All that wasted time, my time, because I'm a friend to everyone. And that's just not going to happen anymore. I will be there for people that need me. Don't forget that. But if my time is disregarded and it interferes with my regular life, no, that ain't happening anymore. Especially when the thing happens anyway. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say on that. Ashley says, I was excited, but now it's a musical, and I think it's an interesting choice. A Joker musical. That even intrigues me more, Ashley, because what Lady Gaga is, you know, first of all, Lady Gaga as an actress can bring it, okay? And then if you pair that with her musical ability, and I think she has a lot of range to do all kinds of music, but when she does like impactful, like, you know, emotional music, it's even more impactful. So that is extremely intriguing. And that takes it to another effing level for me personally. That takes it even farther of the potential and possibilities with this specific project. Nick from Echo Base, not a Lady Gaga fan, but Joker 2 the musical. Have you laugh it up, Fuzzball? I'm only using that reference because you're Star Wars fans. Laugh it up. You're all gonna apologize to me when you see the trailer and when you see Lady Gaga in character singing as Harleen Quinzel or whatever, you know? Yeah, laugh it up. Laugh it up. I hear all the jokes. People don't have imaginations. You can't see it happening. I could see it happening. I am a Lady Gaga fan. You know, what was that movie that she was in? Stars Born. It was an amazing performance. Okay, so let's get to the Geekosity article. Groan in the chat all you want. It's fun to cover rumors. I like it. And you know what? If I didn't, I wouldn't have talked about this like in January. I wouldn't. Okay, so I'm going to go, and it's written by Mikey Sutton. So that means To me, it puts the other article above it, the other articles on the site. Forget William Dafoe. Joker 2 is now a Lady Gaga musical. This is not a joke. Certainly, it's too late for an April's Fool Day gag. In fact, DC Film hopes fans will go gaga for the genre flip. The dance intro to Peacemaker irritated a number of DC followers who expected something darker, more serious. Brace yourself. Director Todd Phillips leaves the psychodrama of 2019's Joker for singing and dancing. Leave it to DC Films for again giving the fans exactly what they want. If you think DC Films grew brain cells by dropping the Wonder Twins, slow down. First of all, it was Warner Brothers Discovery CEO David Zaslav who killed the Wonder Twins. Secondly, it was the old Warner Brothers regime that greenlight Joker 2. Okay. So in this article, Mikey is saying that it was actually before Zaslav that they greenlit it. But yeah, to develop it for sure. But it's a slam dunk, I think. Thirdly, Warner Brothers Discovery hasn't hired a new DC Films head yet. The transition is still underway. DC Films will evolve into a DC studio like I Scooped, or whatever they call it, given that Joker 2 collected over $1 billion global, and the profit margins were off the chart. One of the highest grossing billion-dollar movies, or the most profitable billion-dollar movies, because the production budget and marketing was slim for this project. But did they know Joker 2 was going to be a musical? Probably not at first. On June 10th, 2021, our own Edwin Francisco reported that Joker 2 could use the Batman 3 Jokers comic book as a template. Many have imagined Dafoe as the Joker for years. He would have fit perfectly in a 3 Joker scenario. To my knowledge, Phillips didn't consider Dafoe for Joker 2. It didn't matter. At this point, it seems Phillips took another path, way different. And I'm excited for this. All right, let's get to finish this article here. On paper, Joker 2 musical sounds awful. Not to me. Nevertheless, critics will probably salivate over it. Realistically, it's doubtful many comic book buffs will embrace it. What audience is DC Films targeting with this? Well, it's true nobody can judge Joker 2 before it's released. It's another slap to the DC crowd. Furthermore, it's disrespectful to the source material. What? Adapt. There's lots of room for all kinds of interpretations. Imagine if Marvel Studios released a pun. No, that's a bullshit scenario, Mikey. Bullshit. Does that make any sense? Forget William Dafoe. DC fans, Joker 2 now a Lady Gaga musical. Phillips probably sees how insane this idea is. Stick with me, everyone. We're going to get to the video part soon. That probably motivates him. This is the kind of project that will either crash or succeed with a certain group. Chances of winning over everyone is unlikely. It will polarize and do so heavily. Wow, there's a lot of negative slant in this article. That's very shocking. Why are people so negative about everything? Yeah. It sounds like it. Wow, people are still now. First it was they shouldn't make it. Now it's a terrible idea. Wait till you see the trailer. You're all gonna change your tune when you see the trailer. Yeah, exactly. There's so many things. Did you think of a dark musical? It doesn't have to be light and cheery. Hey, Mikey. Yeah, Mikey, what the hell? You're negative about this idea? It sounds amazing. This is way more, if that's the real Mikey. This is sound way more exciting than just Lady Gaga coming back, or just Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn and Joker 2, that they could take that angle. Doesn't mean they're going to break in the song altogether. Really dark vibe in musicals can be done, and it could be genre. It could be groundbreaking. I'm telling you right now, I think this is going to be, if executed, what's in my mind, it could be best picture material again. I think it is. All right. So let's finish this article here. As for Lady Gaga, per the Hollywood Reporter, she's in talks for Harley Quinn. Thank God. Not that I can't stand I like Margot Robbie. It's just she hasn't succeeded yet. She's succeeded. People have accepted her, but I think there's a better Harley Quinn out there. I think that I don't see her as like the perfect Harley Quinn. I really don't. I think give her someone else a chance. She's had enough chances with the projects. You know, you can't blame it all on the project. It's been 3 movies. The only one that succeeded well was the first one, the budget, and people don't like the first Suicide Squad. All right. As for Lady Gaga, per Hollywood Reporter, she's in talks for Harley Quinn. Given the Joker franchise exits outside the DCU, Margot Robbie won't appear. Thank God. Lady Gaga's presence probably pushed Warner Brothers to prove this. All right. After all, Lady Gaga will grab mainstream audiences beyond the comics core. In other words, this is as much a Lady Gaga's movie as Joaquin Phoenix. Undoubtedly, she is pop royalty. She is also a fashion icon and an Oscar winner for Best Original Song. Shallow for 2019, A Star is Born. Just think about how that was a musical and how that was done right. You know, look how much music was in there. It doesn't have to be the first image that pops into your mind when you're thinking of a musical. THR adds that Lady Gaga is still in talks. Nonetheless, I doubt THR would have broken the story if the agreement wasn't already close. Yeah. Here's the image I made the thumbnail for back in January. You know, have some fun with rumors, for goodness sakes. Great, great, great. All right, now let's get to the Grace Randolph video. I'm surprised no one's popping in here. Surprised there's only 16 viewers, too. What the heck? All right, let's get to Grace. Wow. Grace is surprised. Look at that. All right, let me get this off here. Grace is surprised. Look at this. I want to hear what she has to say.
Oh boy, do I have a juicy conversation for you. I'm very curious to hear your thoughts on this, as there are so many nuances. All right, so remember how Jared Leto was real upset when Warner Brothers cast Joaquin Phoenix as a competing Joker? Well, I hear now it's Margot Robbie's turn to be upset.
Oh, really? Why would she be upset? She got how many chances? Uh-oh. Grace is spilling the tea right away. Did you hear that? Grace is spilling the tea. Now Margot's upset. Wow. Okay, I don't see why has a reason. You know what? I doubt her next project's coming through with as Harley Quinn. I just doubt it. How do you like it now, Margot? No, and I don't want to be like that. I'm a supporter of Margot Robbie. It's just, you know, the overall lack of support for the artistic direction of the Suicide Squad director's cut with Ayer is kind of disappointing. But I also do know that she has her reasons too. And Jared Leto, the whole conversation about method acting and going across the line, I believe Jared Leto did. So I'll give her a pass there. No issue for you. Okay.
As Warner Brothers is quickly moving ahead with not just one new live.
Let me see. Someone popped in. Hey, Anthony.
What's up? I just got home from work. Hello.
Oh, I just got out of work. Are you excited about this news?
I mean, I like Lady Gaga. I think she's a great actress. She's Oscar-winning actress. She's been great in a couple movies since she's done. Joker to be a musical. I mean, I'm fine with it. It's not.
Okay. At least you're not overly. Listen.
Yeah.
Anthony, our friends in movie talk, and I'm not mad at my friends or anything. I'm just sick of the bitching and whining and like, oh, don't touch this, don't do this, don't do that. Boxing in our entertainment of what you can and can't do. It's still gatekeeping. I'm
I
like,
mean, it will always be a
expand your
sequel to
minds.
this. Yeah.
When I found out people weren't joking about being a musical, I was like, you got Lady Gaga. How to make it even better? Make it a musical. It could be a dark musical. I mean, look at The Star is Born. Look at the history there. The Star is Born wasn't just people breaking in and out in the dance when they're happy. It was a musical, a more adult musical. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
expand
mean, and
your
Todd
minds.
Phillips.
Why do people lack so much vision about projects in the industry?
Todd Phillips, and Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga got a great relationship. So her being in this movie was a no-brainer.
Yeah,
So, I
all
mean,
my friends are complaining too much.
and I'm hopeful. I mean, I was.
Well, you know how many when I covered this in January, because I heard a rumor about it, I was like, yeah. They're like, oh, nothing's official. You shouldn't wait till official word, and they shouldn't touch the Joker. It should be a one-off. I'm like, God damn it, everyone.
There's also rumors
I think I'm going on record as saying this is going to be better than Joker 1. With this angle and with Margot Robbie, I think it's going to be better.
I mean, with Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga. Forget Margot Robbie. Sorry. But
I'm sorry. I mean, Margot Robbie's taking a break from Harley.
Did you hear what Grace just said in this video? She says she's spilling the tea. She hears that Margot's upset.
I haven't watched this.
Margot's upset. Well, we're only 24 seconds in, so I'll start over for you. Look at Grace. Actually, I need to. I'm blowing this up because I'm gonna make this a thumbnail. That face.
she will be. I think she will be upset because she was supposed to play Huntress in Birds of Prey, and she turned that down.
Who?
So,
Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga. Yeah, she was rumored to play Huntress.
Good.
And stuff like that, and then she turned it down. So I get why she will be pissed. So I mean, hey, another Harley Quinn.
All right. Well, here, let's see what she says. Margot Robbie's upset.
Oh boy, do I have a juicy conversation for you. I'm very curious to hear your thoughts on this, as there are so many nuances. All right, so remember how Jared Leto was real upset when Warner Brothers cast Joaquin Phoenix as a competing Joker? Well, I hear now it's Margot Robbie's turn to be upset, as Warner Brothers is quickly moving ahead with not just one new live-action Harley, but two.
Oh, I didn't know that. There's two.
Oh yeah, one from there's rumors. Well, she said that.
Yeah, I covered that before with what's her name?
Anna Taylor-Joy.
Yes, I heard that too.
I mean, hey, if she's Harley Quinn from Marvel's universe, I'll be there for day one. 100%. She's a great actress, and her being
both of them.
Harley Quinn,
for sure.
And both of them are good. I'll be there day one. Sure.
Well, I think the Anna Taylor-Joy might be. Is that going to be for?
I mean, I know it's like a rumor, but if she plays Harley, that would be a great casting.
Yeah, both are great. Both, I think, will be an improvement. Honestly, nothing against Margot. I just don't see her as the definitive Harley Quinn. I think she's a very good Harley Quinn, above average. But I think there's I'm getting on the recast train. I'm like, I don't like people going too far of this. Even though me and you both want Cavill and Affleck to come back, but I'm not opposed from other people playing it though. It's just like.
I mean, people was upset as it's like. I mean, Margot is not leaving Harley. She's just taking a break.
I think she's leaving. Honestly,
she could if she wanted.
There hasn't
unless she's on a James Gunn project.
That's true. I think the most likely scenario is James Gunn brings her back. Yeah. I doubt it would be for that. Not Birds of Prey, but what's the other Gotham City Sirens that they
Gotham City Sirens with Poison Ivy, yeah.
All right.
Which that should be her next movie with Poison Ivy if she ever does that.
Well, I just doubt it. Me personally, I mean, I'm not going to root against it if they decide to. I just doubt it. I doubt it.
Yeah, for sure, 100%.
All right.
Discuss. So where will these new?
You want to know what the slam dunk is going to be? Honestly, they may put her on the back burner, her project, and then if either one of these new Harley Quinn pops, she's done. They're not going to continue it, you know. If the Lady Gaga or, you know, they could maybe do, if it's so successful, they could probably just do a Harley Quinn movie outside of Joker 2. Who knows? You know.
Billy's B. I think you can kind of guess one of them, and that's sure enough, Todd Phillips just confirmed Joker sequel.
Confirmed.
The other one I hear is going to be in an upcoming Matt Reeves project. Now, I can't confirm which project, but I discussed it with my source on this. And I think the odds are that it's going to be that upcoming Arkham series for HBO Max. So it would really be Dr. Harley
That's
Quinn.
Perfect. That's where it has to be.
Because Barry has to be in here.
Hey, Ryan.
Yo, what's up?
What's up, Ryan?
Yeah, we're talking about Joker 2 with Lady Gaga. Joker 2 is now a musical. Are you cool with that?
I heard, yeah, Joker 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Okay, here come the jokes. I think it couldn't sound better. I think this is an amazing project. I think it's going to be better than the first one.
I mean, to be honest,
oh boy, Ryan connected in a car.
Ryan cut out. Rest in peace.
Ryan, are you there, brother? Uh-oh. All right, we'll see what happens. We'll keep going here.
Yeah, I mean, like
Zell and maybe Barry Cogan.
Oh, Ryan, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, you cut out. What you said?
Yeah, sorry. No, just to be honest, I don't really care. I have to see more about it.
Yeah, the trailer.
But like, just the thought of it being a musical doesn't intrigue me. It's like, I mean, it's like a Disney movie.
No.
Dude, they're
musicals. Bad take.
They're musicals.
No, come on. Do you think they're going to go like happy musical? It's going to be a dark.
You can't just dismiss that. It's
going to be
Little Mermaid is a musical.
Yeah.
You know, and they're making them live action.
You're doing the stereotype musical. You're doing the stereotype. There's been
Aladdin,
more adult
musical.
Oh my god.
Same thing. So I mean, what musical are you trying to? What would you compare it to?
What Lady Gaga won an award for, an Oscar, what year was that? 2019's A Star Is Born. That was a musical.
Oh right, the reboot. Gotcha. Yeah, the reboot.
Yeah, and that was amazing. Like, and it wasn't jumping the song. I'm going to the grocery store. Let me jump in the song. It was emotional. It was impactful, and it works. Why can't it be a more adult? Why are people going to use the stereotype of a child's thing as a musical? There's lots of
okay. So that's where you have a problem with it. Okay, mainly because musicals. Okay, you can say it's like Les Miserables, you know, something like that. That, I mean, did that resonate with people?
Well, here's now I will see the context, but I will go on record. Here's a MME exclusive. Okay. I do not see them doing day-to-day stuff breaking in the song. I see the songs fitting the context of the story, like Lady Gaga's on stage or things like that. When you hear musical, everyone gets trapped in their box and thinks, oh, this is going to be this. It's going to be cheesy. Do you really think a sequel to The Joker is going to be cheesy musical where they're just going to break in the song and all this other stuff? I doubt it.
I've never seen Todd Phillips direct a musical, so I don't know what his taste are.
Maybe Harleen Quinzel is, you know, maybe they're going to go.
I mean, Harleen could sing. I mean,
maybe she is working at Arkham. She meets Joker. She also, on her own time, she's a singer. She sings at Arkham. I don't know with the patients. I don't know. There's lots of things that can happen. Yeah.
You know, that's different. That's like saying Birds of Prey 2 has Black Canary, and you watch her sing, which I think they did. She was wasn't she singing in Birds of Prey?
Oh,
so is that now classified as a musical? I don't think so. A musical is when you have multiple songs by different sang by different, you know, characters in the show that sing about what their experiences during the or about the story that they're portraying. So it's not just Lady Gaga only singing.
Yes, Joaquin Phoenix can sing. He was in Walk the Line. I don't know if he did all the singing in there.
I don't know if he did his own singing.
I don't think he did all of it. I think he did some of it.
I don't know if he did any of it. I mean, there's a thing called ADR, where
I will do research for MME later.
yeah.
Because these are
there you go.
both professionals that they're multi-talented, and I'm going to research for MME later Joaquin's singing ability with Walk the Line.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, everyone. But this is what I mean. Everyone goes to the negative angles completely.
No, like I said, I'm open.
Look at Zeno
I'm
burn. Ryan, look at this. Burn this idea in a raging fire.
A raging fire.
I just gotta see like
with a burning raging
I just
fire.
gotta see a trailer. I just gotta see.
There you go.
For it. If I see
Hey,
a trailer,
RJ.
I'll be fine.
Hey, RJ.
Hey, what's up, guys?
I was right.
What's up?
Remember when I covered this in January?
Yeah. This was a rumor back.
This is why rumors are fun, and everyone needs to chill out. Look at that, amazing. And all the haters can suck it. Everyone that said we don't need to make a joke or two, leave it alone. And then,
well, I mean,
I mean, sure, you could have said.
I mean, this is what I say, right? You're making a sequel to a movie that doesn't really need to be there really doesn't need to be a sequel.
There
So
doesn't
if you're
need to
gonna
be
make
anything.
a sequel, you
Nothing.
might as well.
You don't even have to exist. You could just give up and go die in the woods.
That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is,
No,
that
I'm sick of every.
if you're gonna make a sequel, you might as well swing for the fences and make something that you're really passionate about and you really want to actually do. You know, I don't think this
That's
is
the only thing about this news.
Yeah, exactly. Memes. # bad romance. Amazing. I'm going to put that hashtag on MME later. Bad
Maybe
romance.
they would do that.
I mean, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing.
Did you just beat me, RJ? What are you talking about? You just beat me. I knew it. Me and you. Oh my god. Okay. Sorry.
No, what I was gonna say was this could absolutely suck. This could be a horrible idea. We're not gonna know until we actually see some footage.
No,
it could go either way. It could go
either way, right? But here's
well,
the thing.
anything could go either way. You know this.
It could be really good and groundbreaking.
Anthony, can you
for
send
DC,
this to me?
or
This
it could
image?
be goofball.
Twitter.
Yes.
With the Amber Heard thing.
I'm gonna send a group shot. Yeah.
Yeah, there is breaking news, Max.
Yeah, that's why I came.
What?
You got a rock
breaking news. They
Breaking
wait! Don't tell me! Don't tell me yet.
Play it.
You got to do the.
RJ, you want me to share your screen, or do you want me to share mine? Or you want?
You share your screen. I'm on my phone. Hold on.
Breaking news.
Wait, I'm not ready. Sorry, I was eating a sandwich watching.
Yeah, there's a major news report about the future film.
Yeah,
the future what?
I gotta get him to my. I literally just got on my computer when
They're going
oh my gosh.
Recast Amber Heard in future.
Why, Anthony? Wait.
Why?
I think that's what he's talking. Okay, bro.
I wanted to pull the image. You gotta let it build, image. You gotta let it build.
Boo this man. Boo this man.
Yeah, they just
Henry
announced
Cavill is the new Amber Heard.
Yeah, they just announced they're cutting Amber Heard out of Aquaman 2. They're recasting the role in all future films.
Oh!
And two different actresses will be playing.
Said I was crazy?
Two actresses will be playing the same role, apparently, as well. There'll be two different actresses.
I think this was gonna happen.
I mean, they're gonna pull a what was that? What they do that for? For the Emporium or whatever. When what's his face died? Heath Ledger.
Parnassus. That could be silly in this movie, though.
When there, so there's gonna be two different actresses playing Mara.
Yeah, I've got to get into the article. Yeah,
that's weird.
Like I just saw this and was like, what?
Might as well turn Aquaman 2 into a musical.
Oh my god!
Now the Flash announcement.
It says, according to an exclusive report from Just Jared, Amber Heard will be cut from Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom following a recent test screening. Warner Brothers will be conducting reshoots for the sequel with Jason Momoa and Nicole Kidman, with her being recast as Mara for Aquaman 2 and future DC appearances.
All right. Hey,
if they were smart,
this too, and I said this is my exclusive. I think it's going to happen, and you're like, you're crazy. I don't know if it was you that said I was crazy.
Originally they did the test screening, and she was in 25 minutes of the film, and they were keeping her in from the last person that I talked to. And then I guess after the most recent test screening that they just did, it didn't fare over well. 'cause
Michael
the first
Keaton is
one-
in it too.
The first one, it went over well, but this was before I think the initial verdict, and then now in the most recent test screening, didn't go over well.
I
So
don't see.
apparently
I don't understand that.
They're
I mean,
cutting
why
her
can't
from the film.
why
now.
can't people like separate the shit from just the
This
art?
is Johnny Depp. They love
Well,
their
just a
Captain
Fuck
Sparrow.
Johnny Depp. I don't give a fuck about Johnny
think-
Depp.
I mean, I don't either. I don't care about. But I'm just talking
to be
about
honest.
these
I don't care about
diehard fans.
Amber-
I don't.
One person at a time. One person at a time.
Here's what I will say,
I want to
right?
answer Ryan's question though.
Yes.
Yes. Most people can't in the general public. Unfortunately,
That's so weird. That's so
no.
weird.
Even politics. Everyone votes with their dollars now, and they don't want to be reminded.
They don't vote for that.
Also, I mean,
votes are
if
free.
you see
don't
her
vote for
on
dollars.
screen, you're not even going to see Mira. You're going to think of the trial. Honestly.
Well, dude, seriously. Oh,
Not
okay,
me.
So whenever I watch Aquaman 1, I'm like, oh damn, Amber Heard. I got to think about the trial.
Well, I mean,
Whenever
that's in the
watch,
past, but now when something fresh, listen. If there was a way to do it, I would probably scoot it. You probably would make more money. Also, there's a profits to be made to say that we replaced
that's what I was
her
going to jump in and say
advertising.
Really quick, too. At the end of the day, this is a business, right? They need to do what financially makes sense to them, and they do not want to compromise any potential risk to their bottom line. And unfortunately, having Amber Heard be in this film would compromise their potential.
But you don't know that. You don't know
and
that.
the Johnny Depp
if
angle because they actually cut
hold
Johnny
on,
and
hold
left
on,
Amber
hold on.
in.
Okay,
and
so
it's
how
the
do you
same
know
studio.
that? How do you know that?
Let me just
What
finish this.
metrics have you run? What do you have for me?
I'm saying that you don't make this kind of decision at a studio unless you're taking all things into account. We're not in the room when they
Oh,
make
you're okay. So you're speculating.
Yeah, it's
So you really have nothing for me. Okay. So that's to say that there's that's the sentiment of the day. But like it's supposed to be released next year, dude. People's attention span is like what Amber Heard who? They don't remember this shit next year.
No, I don't agree with that at all. This is something that's really
really.
I mean, they know about the people who have been the people that have been Team Johnny have been Team Johnny for 6 years, and it just was amplified. I agree. Like, I don't care about their relationship. To me, you know, I agree with everything that you said in the beginning, Ryan. But I think that people have with this made this so either personal because they were examining, you know, what does this mean for men's mental health and other things like that. This became a big issue there, and then to them, it's Johnny Depp, it's Jack Sparrow. They love Johnny Depp. So he's this bigger than life actor. So for them, those people, it's going to stay in their head.
Ryan, what I would say is this might be outside your bubble. Like did you really follow the trial? This trial got more views.
I didn't. I saw some of the trial.
Okay.
I didn't really watch it because it doesn't really resonate with me because I don't.
It resonated with a lot of people.
I've seen Johnny Depp. I've watched the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. You know, I've seen Never Back Down with Amber Heard.
But
in it.
this trial got more traction than the Free Britney and that group, and that's a lot. That's a big market, and it probably got more views than the current January 6th hearings is getting. I'm serious.
Right, and that's. I mean, I'm sorry, but in my opinion, the trial should never have been aired on television in the first place. It's just all it was a spectacle. It was.
I agree.
It was an O.J. Simpson thing. It was a Menendez brothers thing. All it did was like, hey, let's put ratings. I mean, I'm sorry, but I felt like I was like they took a page out of Anchorman 2. You know, in that you just put it on and the people will watch. You know, it's.
I didn't watch
I feel
that
really
much. I'm not going to judge people that did, but I'm telling you, people.
I'm not judging anybody. Did you hear me judge anyone?
No,
I'm just saying. Okay, well, I mean that's sort of the implication that when you say that. So what I'm saying is that, God, I mean, as a society, there's a lot of mental health issues, and all this does is add to it. It doesn't help. All it just say, hey, you know what? Let's put a Band-Aid on this. Let's accommodate people that have mental health instead of trying to find a solution.
What about the test
to not have issues like this?
What about the test screening angle that they actually they may have test screened it with the Amber Heard scenes, and then after that, there may be someone in the screening set that kept coming up. Who knows? I don't know.
Well, what we know.
Also, Michael Keaton was in a new test screening too.
Well,
so.
yeah. What we know based on the test screens, they tested multiple cuts of this film with Amber Heard, without Amber Heard. They conducted their test screens like they're supposed
Probably
to.
did a lot better without her.
And
my
basically,
guess,
basically based on that, it would seem that the version of the film that tested the best was the one without her. So again, they're going to go with what's testing well and what they believe will ultimately be more successful for them.
So this might
Whether that's
actually
right
be
or wrong, I don't
most
know.
relevant.
But that's before this other news that that you guys were talking about, just a second ago, about two girls replacing Amber Heard, because that hasn't even been shot. So what if that test's slow? You know, I mean, that's more money that they're wasting on refilming something. Hiring two actresses, paying them both, and recutting it.
I'm not sure
adding
that
the
two actresses part is coming from. The way the article phrased it, they said that they were recasting Mara for this film and all future DC projects. I think it's just going to be one actress.
What they should do?
And I will say, this is not been verified for the main trades, but the direct is very reliable when it comes to things that they usually say. So this is not, at this time it's not been announced, but it's still not been announced. But they're very credible when it comes to stuff.
And I'm of the camp where I don't care if they recasted, Amber Heard. I don't, I mean, she's an ancillary character. Don't care. But I mean, I'm just like, it's been done. What are we going to get news next that Ezra Miller is going to be recast in the Flash movie by somebody else? They're going to have to.
If it wasn't such a significant,
I don't believe that.
If it wasn't such a significant. Well, there's the added thing of the trial, and also that WB already removed Johnny, so there's that added stuff there. There's that added baggage.
Well, WB already paid Johnny for his two
I thought that was Disney that removed Johnny.
No, that was Warner Brothers.
Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers
for Fantastic Beasts.
Yeah, so there's added baggage there.
Oh, right, Fantastic Beasts. You're right. Yeah.
WB did remove him, and they kept her.
After the Sun trial, after he lost that, they got rid of him.
I mean, they should for the new actress. For the new actress,
me. It wasn't nothing. It was just the group chat, the article. I pulled it down.
they should get from Mara, Emilia Clarke to replace Amber Heard.
No.
They're going to be on the phone with her. They're probably going to test a lot of different actresses.
They should get Emilia Clarke.
I like that lady that was in Daredevil in the TV show. I think she could be a good Mara. The one that played opposite.
She'd be cheap. So yeah, sure.
I don't know. I like her. I thought she was good. She could be a dope Mara. Again, Mara's kind of a side character, kind of like a Jimmy Olsen.
She's like Aquaman's wife, so like she has to be in the movies.
Yes, Scooper News is. That's my. Do you see my intro? I love it. You don't have to believe it. Whatever. I think it's very possible that we'll replace her.
And plus, it's possible that they could change the release date for the Flash and put in early, and then put Aquaman in June. So they could do that too.
I don't know, man. You know what? They might just scrap the whole Flash movie.
I don't think. Are you being sarcastic?
There's no way they got the money to give those.
They threw all that money into it, man, and they're dealing with all this bad PR, with Ezra. And he's running around, posting pictures, hey, I'm in a different universe, and then that was taken down. I'm sorry, it just doesn't, somebody told him to take it down. All of it just doesn't add up. There's something going on with this dude that is like
with them.
I don't care about
kidding.
all that.
I know.
With this being. With this entity, with this product, that there's something definitely going on there that needs to be addressed by somebody. Throw him into a
let's go. Let's before we get back to the Joker 2 news. Let's go around and say, what would you do to make this situation? It's a horrible shit situation. I will go first because I have an idea. If I was in charge with the Flash.
Oh,
I don't want to
Oh,
scrap
gosh.
it. No, no, no. It's going to be simpler than you think. I don't want to scrap it. I think they should make a statement that they want their DC heroes to stand for positive things. But there's a lot of talent involved with this. This movie needs to be released. They're making it an HBO Max premiere, and they're forgoing the theater because of all this other stuff. And just do it there, and just get it over with as soon as possible. Because the options available to potentially Mara is not going to be the same options with the Flash. It's just not. And I don't know if he's convicted or Ezra's convicted. Ezra's not convicted yet, but also as far as we know, as of this recording, and hopefully this change is not cooperating with the subpoena or whatever for the recent charge. There's just so much weirdness on all sides. I'm not saying Ezra's guilty or not, but honestly, the project's not good. They're not a good fit anymore. Why would that be? That's my idea. So RJ, do you want to go next, and then Ashley?
Yeah.
What would you? I think that's a good solution in my mind. Make a statement that we want our heroes to stand for being positive and heroes. There's all kinds of other stuff. We're waiting for it to, but honestly,
I will say this:
do
I don't
HBO Max premiere.
Yes. Here's what at this point, right? DC is a brand that is a 4-quadrant appealing brand. It is also a brand meant for families and for all audiences. It is meant to kind of be a brand for everybody. It's meant to be something that's has mass appeal. Ezra Miller, I think, is heavily detracting from that mass appeal at this point, as I've been saying, with these headlines and this horrible PR. It would be in the best interest of Warner Brothers to come out with a statement in some form. Not saying they have to say anything about Ezra or their future, but to say a statement similar to what Max said, I can get behind that. Ezra needs to shut the hell up, though. Instagram, all this stuff, no more Instagram stories. Just go away. Stop with that. Because that whole Instagram story thing earlier today did not make things better at all. It made them look really ridiculous. However, I think his legal team could put out a statement, right? Have his legal PR team make a statement, whatever it is. Just say something that you're aware of the accusations, that they are untrue, and wait for the day in court. Something like that, right? In regards to this Flash movie, at this point, where we're at now, considering how heavy the allegations have increased in intensity since we've gone from drunk bar incidents in Hawaii, throwing chairs at women's heads and causing injuries to their heads, threatening a couple, stealing their passports and items, to now potentially the grooming of a child and potentially some sexual deviancy. We have so far gone to a new level with this that I think is very concerning. At this point, you cannot scrap the movie. You cannot reshoot the movie. You cannot recast Ezra for this film. However, if anything were to come to light or something were to seriously happen, they may need to consider just making this a streaming event movie and just cut their losses there. Or the other option is you don't have Ezra do the press tour. You don't market this movie as a Flash movie. You just drop it in theaters. You really go all in on Supergirl and Michael Keaton in your marketing. You kind of just brush off Ezra and pretend he doesn't really exist. You let the movie come out, speak for itself.
How can you do that, RJ, when it's like he's
Yeah, I
an
know,
80% in the movie, though?
He's not a box office.
Like I said, it would be very shady marketing. It would be very hard to do so, but I don't know what other option they have. Maybe you just
call it Batman v Supergirl.
Yeah, that would be the most trashiest
Just
fucking
name it
movie I've ever seen in history.
Supergirl presents the Flash. We'll do that.
What's I'm saying? No, the Flash would still be in the movie. I'm saying the marketing. You do not emphasize that.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
I'm saying it's
changing the title
Supergirl
of the
presents the
movie.
Flash.
Or at this point, I honestly,
honestly,
one of the biggest options they have is to one of the biggest
in a Flash. Yeah, just like
just drop it on HBO Max and let it be.
You know how much actors they have to pay for that? They don't even got the money.
They've
already paid the actors.
But they have to pay them again for HBO Max.
They're on the verge of losing money.
Honestly, here's my Here's my prediction with Ezra, and then we're going to get to Ashley. Even if Ezra's guilty or not, and that's not for me to decide. I'm not judging Ezra. I just know there's weirdness all around with everyone involved, not just Ezra. I don't even think Ezra's heart is in entertainment anymore, Hollywood. I think Ezra is just going to go off the grid and be Ezra.
When you get rich.
That's my interpretation. Ezra made some money on the projects Ezra was in it already. It doesn't like the post that I saw today was I'm in another universe. I think Ezra just wants to in the interview. The people, some of the people around Ezra don't even want to be in the Flash. Not that has any bearing on him. It just seems that Ezra's just going to do his own thing now. It seems like I think this Ezra's going to be off the grid and out of Hollywood on his own wants and needs. He just doesn't care anymore.
Just really quick before we get to Ashley, I will just say this too. Again, this is such a nightmare from a PR standpoint. How can you have Ezra be on the press tour for this movie when you're having headlines that are blowing up, and this is getting so much media coverage where the headlines are saying star of The Flash, Ezra Miller, reportedly has kidnapped an 18-year-old person and is on the run from authorities. Those are the kind of headlines we're getting right now. That's how bad this thing has gotten. Okay. That's something we got to consider too, because when those kind of headlines are floating around and it's amplifying, it's increasing, the media is really going to town on this whole story, and it's becoming a bigger and bigger story as more time goes on. This is just a nightmare scenario, and I'm not sure if there's any recovery from this from a public perception standpoint or an optics perspective.
Well, that would be a good way to put it. Honestly, if, like, for instance, spoiler warning for the end of The Flash, if the rumors are true that Batfleck goes in its reverse of Batman v Superman, and Batfleck says to Flash, "We need you, Barry," and it's a different Barry or something like that. I'm not saying the scene has to go like that, but if they bring in another Flash at the end, that could save the PR too. Like, okay, Ezra's in this, but the whole Flashpoints, the timeline.
Bring in Wally West.
They bring in a different Flash. That might be good positive spin they could do and give you enough time at the end, not like a big scene, but enough to establish this is where we're going. I think that's another way they could save it with keeping most of it as is. Honestly, But Ashley, what do you think could be done?
Well, to me, like, the basic, simple choice is you just stick it on HBO Max. At this point, I feel like they already he's already been taken off press tours. But then, how do you market a film without your main star? It's his movie, and have ads, spots with just allegations and lots of allegations. All right. At this point, to me, they just don't look right. So I would basically say, put it on HBO Max and be done with it.
Okay.
This is my simple answer. But, because this is like,
I mean, if it goes to theaters, I'll probably go to theaters.
He's just, I will too. But, like, at this point, it's just like, why are you just not letting people know who you are so you can be served with these papers so you can, go to court and either improve your side or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
And the stuff on your on his
Doesn't go to court July 12th.
He won't even. He's not. People don't even know where they can't find him still, which is ridiculous. And he's playing with people on Instagram.
This whole story is getting so ridiculous. He has so many different layers.
He's literally playing with people. At first you could. At first I gave him the benefit of the doubt. Well, maybe he's just somewhere. Yeah. Maybe he's just out here and we don't know where he's at, and he's off the grid, and he doesn't know that someone's actively trying to serve him paperwork. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but now
I even tried to give it that benefit of the doubt. Yeah, that was my point that I was going to make. Now that he's on Instagram and he's taunting people, saying you can't get me, I'm on a different universe. All these little posts. It's just like, why are you playing with people?
I don't think Ezra cares.
Just do what you gotta do.
You have to understand.
Go to court,
kind of like
have your day. And move and let's move forward, because you got other charges and other shit you need to worry about. Why are you out here running?
Well, people don't really like to be served, but it's a different scenario when you're in a social media person.
Well, if you don't show up, if he doesn't show up, then
yeah,
on July 12th, things are not gonna go his way at all, and he won't have a voice.
Yeah.
At least if he shows up, he has a voice. I'm sure getting served is not. And I'm sure it sucks for everybody.
And this is what I'm talking about. This is what's so frustrating. It's like, okay, the situation's going on, right? There's stories about you running from the cops and you've kidnapped or whatever this 18-year-old person, and you're gonna make jokes about it on your Instagram stories, make these posts, make it fun.
So are people now accusing him of kidnapping her?
The way that the articles are being written now, they're using kidnapping in their titles now.
Yeah,
I'm not saying that's accurate.
I didn't see anything yesterday because
this is stuff that's coming out today, and I'm not saying it's accurate.
And
you don't want to go. Headlines are out there.
I think we
cannot
need to
be making light of this.
I think we should be very, very careful saying that he kidnapped this girl.
Yeah.
You know
I agree. I'm just saying. I'm talking about the articles coming out right now.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Because I like, even if
this is a different
situation, I feel like she is with him of her own free accord. I really do. Even though she might be have been in a
might be taunting her parents because
I don't know. I don't think that he physically kidnapped this girl, and she's attempting to escape. I do not believe that that's the case.
All right. Well, we don't want to go too far down the Ezra rabbit hole, but Ryan, because it gets crazy. Ryan, what you think? No change of plans, just keep it as is.
Well, okay. So as far as Ezra's concerned, I think he's got a weird outlook on reality, and you get that when you live in those, with these other types of individuals. You go to these celebrity parties. You have a different, and that's why, why doesn't he turn himself in, all that? Because he doesn't see reality like that. He's it's all a game. It's all fiction. It's all, a game. And that's probably what he's got the girl that's with him thinking as well, that, there's no real consequences. We're on the run. We're two lambs on the whatever it is, on the run. But the thing is, it's like you said, he has to have his day. If he doesn't have his day in court or whatever, he doesn't get to tell his side, then, he's just gonna, get everything thrown at him. And that's just one of the tactics of like law enforcement. That's the reason why they're using the trades and different periodicals and all that, saying, hey, it's kidnapping, because it's a way to draw him out. It's a way to also make it harder for him to elude people, because people are going to be a little more heightened when you use words like kidnapping. So they're like, oh, that I saw him or whatever. And he has such a unique look. Like, I don't know anybody who looks like him. Like, I don't know who he would have a body double in a movie, like, or stunt double or whatever, that where you would kind of see their face and they kind of have to look like you or something like that, because he has a very distinct look. As far as the Flash movie, the only thing that Max has said that makes a lot of sense is it's for them to recast the Flash, and at some point in the movie, you change him up, like, sort of Eobard Thawne, you change up his facial appearance or whatever. And it's like, oh, that's what Barry he's been Eobard the whole time, that's why he's this way or that way or whatever, or trying to make some whatever it is. I mean, to be honest, if it were me, and I threw all this money away at the Flash, if it's a good movie, I'd put it on HBO Max. If it's not such a great movie and it's sort of like, it doesn't really know what it is, then I would just scrap it and just, call it a loss. And then, because they do that a lot every year. They make movies that they know they're going to lose money, but they still put them in production because, they still need money to be constantly flowing in and out. For productions, and I would just count this one as a huge loss. Again, same thing with like Discovery, Zaslav and crew. So far, it's very funny to me that Warner Brothers is still silent and you guys are talking about, yeah, they should put a statement. They should put a statement. Dude, they have not put a statement on anything. Fantastic Beasts came out, no statement. They just took them off the press tour. You know, anything else that goes on with Amber Heard or whatever, they don't say anything. They don't make any real announcements, you know, to let you know what the fuck is going on with their company. You know, they're so afraid that they're going to lose all their investors. You know, I mean, that's why AT&T can come along and buy them out. It's not because they're, you know, it's their shit. What, you know, they've got a lot of properties, but they don't do shit with them. And the same thing with, I mean, you know, we're coming up on 9 years, almost 10 years since Man of Steel. And it's like, dude, you had all this time for Superman, didn't do shit. You sat on your ass. Even after the whole Zack Snyder thing, you sat on your ass, didn't do shit with a prime character like that. You said, okay, I'll do Batman. We'll play around there or whatever. And that made, you know, pretty good change because it's Batman in name alone. But it's like Warner Brothers, to me, man, they don't know what the fuck they're doing when it comes to PR. They don't know what they're doing. Like, that's why there's not a lot of consumer confidence in their products, in their brand, because, I mean, we're all talking about, like, you know, you should do this, you should do that. Yeah, but they don't do it, and I don't foresee them saying
Well, that's
anything.
the problem, though. The problem is that they
No. I'm saying they're not doing anything. They're not going to do anything as far as PR. They're not going to come out and make a statement like, "Hey, yeah, you know, we take these things very serious. We stand by Ezra. We stand for, you know, this or that or whatever, or, you know." They just like, you know, we'll see what happens, and then after that, we'll be reactive. What is this Amber Heard thing?
Even people supporting Ezra. We can't be naive about that. If the Flash comes out, there is no way they're going to greenlight Flash 2.
No,
because there's no way.
Even if it comes out that
even
it's
if
a quote unquote nothing burger,
yes,
and everything's okay. Dude, he's done as the Flash.
Just not reliable. Just as a person employs people.
Yeah, I mean,
it's not being canceled if you don't have a reliable employee.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like,
he's not quote unquote, like, he's not a trustworthy brand.
No,
they can't
like, his brand has been compromised. Like, it's not trustworthy because like this is somebody to rely on for like your big franchise, like your big tentpole, where hundreds of millions of dollars are involved. No,
and that's not cancel culture either, though. Employers have the right to reliable employees that do right for, especially when their reliability impacts others. It impacts the director. This is Muschietti's next big movie after This is Sasha Calle's first big role. You know, that is unfair. And I'm not canceling Ezra. I'm not even saying Ezra's guilty. As someone that would be, not that I'm acting like I'm in charge, but as a business owner, you need someone reliable for your product in all aspects. You know, it's just not reliable, regardless if Ezra's guilty or not.
I do want to add something. Zeno, I agree. This is not, it's not a warrant. They're not searching to arrest him. You're very true about that.
But that's not accurate. I think that part about the protection order is not accurate, though.
Okay. Yeah. But they are trying to actively find him to serve him paperwork.
And he's mocking.
And the fact that he is not cooperating, that's the problem. Okay. Yes, there's no active warrant for him. Right?
It might be him playing with the parents.
That's the issue that I'm trying to explain to you.
Yeah.
And the protection order is valid in the sense that the parents, for them, they went to the courts, right? They granted them this day in court. So this is valid in that court of law, right? So to say that it's not valid is also not true.
Yeah, well, I was going to mention too, they're trying to serve these papers because right now they are trying to enforce the protective order. Right now, they're trying, the whole reason they're trying to find Ezra and serve the paperwork is to enforce the protective order until the day in court comes.
Because
the protective order is already. They are trying to enforce the protective order. It's not invalid because Gibson doesn't agree to it. They're going to enforce it. That's the whole point.
But it's a temporary. Make sure we put that in front because right now it's not permanent. It's a temporary protection order at this time, right? Until this day in court. It's not a permanent judgment for a long term. It's a temporary protection order. The parents went to the courts, filed a petition based off the merits that the court received. That judgment was made. So yes, it is a temporary protection order.
Yeah, and just address this comment too.
Well,
If he's-
what I want to do is no one's wrong for bringing this up, but I kind of want to move on because this is going into because this is going into the whole Ezra thing.
I'll just say my thoughts.
Yeah.
On
Let
it,
Anthony.
I'll say this: just put it in theaters. If you lost
I think
money,
it's
you
trash.
lost money. No, I haven't seen it. I wish I could. I wish it was trash. I hope it's trash. I'm laughing, but just release it in theaters. If it doesn't make money, just forget about it. Recast for a new Flash, or maybe introduce Wally. Who knows? And if Ezra doesn't go in court, then on July 12th, then Warner Bros. Or somebody has to release a statement.
Yeah, that's not accurate. You have no.
I don't
idea
know.
what the hell
I
you're
just don't
talking
know.
about.
I don't know. Okay, just
That's
calm
not
down.
accurate. What was the
And
comment?
And the Instagram stuff, I don't care. Fuck Instagram. I really don't care what it's.
I don't.
No, that's not true. That's okay.
That's what I'm saying. You have no
that's
clue
not
what the
true.
hell you're talking
That's
about.
not true. That's
Well,
not
be
true at
nicer
all.
about it, RJ. The way you say it, just let's calm down.
Zeno.
Everyone, because everyone's getting all worked up on it. Like it really does. We'll find out. That would be interesting to find out. But as far as both RJ and Ashley are saying that that's not accurate, Zeno's saying it is. I don't know if Gibson's name even has to be on the protection order.
There's no
from
ifs, ands, or
parents.
buts about this. It's very clear cut. That is not true.
It's not an opinion.
Okay.
This is not an
It's not an
opinion. This is
opinion,
actual
Max.
factual information.
Like that's
This
what I'm
is not
saying.
true.
We're not gonna we're not gonna be handing out misinformation and then spinning it as an opinion.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't
talk about the Joker
honestly,
stuff.
I don't even. It wouldn't it be the parents' names that have to be on it to get the protective order for
In
Gibson?
her
Yeah,
name. In her name.
In her
That's
name,
how
right?
It works. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So Anthony, go ahead. Good
Yeah,
God, this
like,
Ezra
I can say
topic.
just release in theaters. If you lose money, you lose money.
Okay.
And maybe introduce another Flash like Wally. Let's say if Iris has a nephew, he could be a speedster. So sure, I mean, yeah, just release in theaters. I'm seeing it because of Michael Keaton and Ben Affleck and Sasha Kaye, and that's it. And that's it. I just want to see how they good doing the movie. So yeah, and as the stuff on Instagram, I don't care. It's whatever.
This is turning
I
out to be
just don't care.
the Amber Heard Johnny Depp part 2.
All over
Because,
again.
like,
yeah.
here we
all
go. Here's
over
more
again.
attention going
And
to
guess what company's involved?
Yep, exactly.
Warner Brothers, yeah. See, this is what Warner Brothers been garbage in the last 10 years because of the stupid
So, Lady Gaga.
Anyway,
Lady Gaga's gonna have some controversy too, I'm sure.
Well, no, what? What about Lady Gaga?
I don't know about
Lady
that.
Gaga's perfect.
Oh no, there you go.
She's one of the best
You can have
actresses
her.
out there right now. I think.
I think
Oh,
I just
no.
don't like I like a musical, and I like Lady Gaga, but a Joker musical.
Yes. All you haters. That's why I did.
I'm not
all
a
you haters.
hater.
when
I
you
don't want
see
to
the-
see a Joker.
the-
I'm
all
gonna
you
watch it.
overly
If I like
So
it,
can
I
we
like
see?
it. And I'm
Can
gonna
we
say,
I mean, I'm sorry,
I'm
but,
not-
but
I'm just
Max
being-
he's
I'm
got
just
he's
like
got
kind of
back
like
a
keeping my
Fantastic Four musical with Dr. Doom singing.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's much, and I don't, and
You're gonna be
want
shocked at how
that.
good it is. The trailer. You're all. I'll bet everyone on the panel $5.
Look
But
at
it's gonna
DL's
be
comment.
amazing. Why is this happening? DL, get your ass
Why
on here.
is this happening? I can hear him in his
This
voice
is
right
like-
now. Oh my gosh! I wish
Like
you
to
could
put
say
a
that.
box around everything and not.
But what's
you know,
funny?
this
What's
is-
funny again is everybody's savior, Mr. David Zaslav, said, "Hey, I want Todd Phillips to be the DCEU architect."
Well, consulting. You wanted him to consult.
Consultant. He's an advisor.
Yeah, okay. He's I did
Brian,
advise
he's
at all
an
the
advisor.
How the
He's
fuck
an
would Todd
advisor.
Phillips know anything
I want
about
Please
everything?
sing
you want
advisor.
Henry Cavill to
He's
come
an
back?
advisor.
How's his singing career?
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's see this. Let's see what else she has to say. We're only 57 seconds in.
Oh, I'm glad because I didn't see any of this. I'm glad. I'm sorry.
Well, she said she did say at the beginning of the video, she spilled some tea. She says, "You remember what happened with Jared Leto when he was upset when they were doing a Joker movie without him?" They said she said, according to sources, that Margot Robbie is very upset about this Harley Quinn news.
She also Lady Gaga was gonna play Huntress and she turned that shit down.
And
So-
she did kind of say that
Yeah.
there's going to be two, one for this project and one for
Matt Reeves,
Matt
Arkham.
Reeves.
Yeah,
probably
Matt Reeves is Arkham series. They're
with
working
Anya
on.
Taylor-Joy.
So it's not a
It's
surprise.
not Anya Taylor-Joy. We don't know
We're
that
thinking
actually.
of.
but-
It's
She
not
could.
confirmed, but
It's up to her.
but that would be
It could
perfect,
happen.
though. Honestly,
That'd be perfect. She's perfect.
all right.
His Joker, being a big part of the show as well, which would also make sense considering how popular that deleted scene was. I think people had mixed feelings about the deleted scene from the Batman, but it certainly got everybody talking. And I think the opportunity to really do a deep dive on the Mad Love storyline would be incredible. That's what it needs, a series, quite frankly. Oh, that would be fantastic. That would certainly be the spine of an Arkham series. And of course, they'd explore other patients and doctors, I'm sure, as well. I mean, that would make, to do Mad Love on HBO.
I didn't like this version of the Joker, though, and Matt Reeves. I
Yeah,
like Matt Reeves. Did
I think
anyone
he's
have
gonna
I
be
wasn't a
upgraded.
fan. I was not a fan. I
he's
didn't
gonna be-
like his
I
accent.
didn't mind it. I mean, I felt like it was a nothing burger.
Yeah,
It wasn't. There wasn't anything. I could tell why they took him out of the movie. I was like, okay, this did nothing.
Okay.
Because somebody already his scene was similar to the Riddler, so it's like it wouldn't. Yeah, no.
What's
I
your
think
thoughts
next
on
time
this
we see him,
Joker, RJ?
next time we see him, he's gonna be upgraded, I believe.
Which one? Barry Keoghan?
Yeah, it didn't do anything for me at all.
I thought the scene was really interesting. I don't think it need to be in the movie. I'm curious to see more of it as we go on.
It doesn't excite me though.
I mean,
I think they need to go back to the drawing board with him. Like, I don't use him, but maybe a different iteration. Maybe try something else. Maybe not.
Well, remember,
Jersey
this is
accent.
not
Let's try
like he's
something
more
different.
like John Doe. He isn't Joker yet either. He hasn't developed that Joker persona. I mean, we're gonna see it develop more as the movies go on. So I mean, like, he seems like he just recently. Yeah,
I mean, that's what
I don't
everybody
agree
says
with
about
that.
Batman. It's like, wait for the next one. Wait for the next one. Okay.
My thing
Well,
is
it's
like
fine
I
if you're not
thought this
excited. You're not
scene-
excited. I'm just saying I want to see that develop and I want to see where that goes because I am intrigued by it. I'm not like super pumped up excited. I'm more excited by prospects of like other villains we haven't seen before, like Mr. Freeze and stuff, right? But
I'm sorry, but
I'm
like,
curious.
The
I want to see
Batman,
where
like
it
the
goes.
Joker is the one that you want to like nail. You know, if you don't nail the Joker, then you're just kind of like it's just a waste. It's just kind of
But
like he's there.
I mean, I think he's not gonna look the same next time we see him, though.
True.
That's the thing.
True.
He's not gonna
But
look
I
the
would-
same.
But even the sound of him is the.
I
didn't.
I liked the scene, but it was a nothing burger scene. I didn't mind the way that he looked. But again, and I've said it before, I'm kind of like, oh, there's Batman again. And guess what? Here comes his friend, the Joker. It's like, okay, how many times do I need to see Batman and the Joker? And then you're giving me Batman again, and you're always going to give me the Joker. It's just like, can you do something else? Someone else. That's my thing. I don't give a shit because I don't want to see the Joker again.
I mean, my brains after him doing the Joker. I just want to see how, like, when did Robert Pattinson capture this version of the Joker? Was he a mobster?
In
Was
year
he
one.
like in year one? Possibly, what happened to him? Because his face is fucked up. Unless he was in Ace Chemicals and just
that would probably be what the Arkham series is for, explaining what happened with that Joker in year one, where he comes from, seeing more development on his side. I mean, we're going to get a lot more villains going forward, which I think could be really cool.
I know, but they do the same. They do the same three characters over, and it's like, I mean, we are getting more in the Flash.
Well, we haven't had a lot of Harley Quinn.
But
maybe it's WB.
I'm not talking about Harley Quinn. I mean, even
Yeah.
though this is the second version of her, but like Joker, we're getting Joker 2. We have we just had Jared Leto's Joker. Now we have Barry Keoghan's Joker. It's just like, can you just show us something else?
Well, honestly,
maybe he's in their
I think
contract
that's.
that you have to have Joker.
I think you might get more of Zaslav at least at the beginning.
But that,
in my opinion, doing what he knows is going to make money. Unfortunately.
Yeah, but I feel like there's other characters that you can do.
Sure.
As the story works, right?
Well, that Black
those
Adam's
characters
gonna
can
be
be
a big
viable
litmus
and can
test
make
for that.
money.
Yeah, I mean, with Batman's really easy to bring in the Batman fans. I mean, look at the new Batman show that they're putting out, the Mayan Batman thing or whatever, right? It's like it's just another Batman. So Batman makes money. And they always go back to that because they're just like, oh,
I get the sentiment.
What do you want to release this year? Batman.
Give me Batman.
Well, and again, they're right now this company's at a point where they need to bring in some cash flow, right? So you go what's reliable, and you go Batman. I get it too from a business perspective.
All right, yeah, let's hear it. Let's hear it, man.
But the real art is when you can make money on like lesser tier characters. But this is about DC and what they do.
This is the most exciting news for me this week, DL, is Joker 2 the musical with Lady Gaga potentially as Harley Quinn. Go.
Why is this happening?
You're the exact type of friend I'm talking about.
I love it.
No,
because I willed it into existence.
You willed it. Well, a lot of people willed it to existence when you gave the first one $1 billion. Because
I will bet you $5 that you're gonna love the trailer.
I loved the trailer for the first one, and I still didn't like the first movie. So that doesn't mean anything to me.
Oh, well, now
something wrong with you, Jesus Christ.
You didn't like the first one.
No, I did not.
Oh, I forgot this is the.
I liked it, but it's not a Joker movie.
It's not a Joker movie.
My
That's
God.
why I didn't like it.
It's a what if. It's a what if movie. It's not actually a Joker movie because I mean, number one, Joker's like 40 something, and Batman is like what 10, 11, something like that. That's
his mind.
Chronologically fucked. So you're not gonna have Batman in this shit.
Even though you're still gonna have the scene of his parents getting killed in the alleyway, I'm like, why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? Why are you setting up Batman?
Well, they're not setting up Batman because he's not gonna be in the second movie.
Then don't have the scene of his parents getting killed in the alleyway.
That was in his mind. That was in his mind, bro.
Who said that? Who said that?
Bro, listen. You're never gonna see Batman in this universe. But you're never gonna see Batman. If Todd Phillips really wanted Batman, he's like, fuck it. Let me announce a new actor as Batman. They're not gonna have Batman.
No, I do not want.
Yeah, I stand in front of the gate with my AK-47, homie.
Oh, whoa, come on.
Oh,
joke.
I know. My stream's already demonetized. I'm gonna click OK for
I'm
advertisers. Sorry. No, it was already before that. Anyway.
Yet.
I know.
Oh wow.
I know.
So is the filter off? Can we cuss now?
No, because I'm gonna hit save for advertisers to try to get it monetized.
Well, the new
it's hard out here on YouTube nowadays.
The new Elvis movie is connected to Joker too, so you know.
Okay, Anthony. All right, let's see what else he has. I don't know if I could watch this whole thing now because it's okay.
Well, that's fine.
HBO Max would make that show a slam dunk in terms of fan interest. Although I think this might not go the way Warner Brothers thinks it's going to go, and we're going to talk about that too.
Uh-oh.
All right, but first, back to Phillips's Joker 2. Many of you guessed Harley Quinn would be in the film, not just based on the title, which is Folie à Deux, which translates to Madness of Two, which is also it's a term for a shared delusion between two or more people who are closely associated.
Oh.
That is a fantastic title.
I'll get 100.
It's so sophisticated.
That's a great title.
No, don't title it that. It's not a good idea.
How come? I want
Joker Part 2.
You're gonna bash on the thing I want most in this world now.
Don't be.
I just think it's like we're in like a really weird trend lately, where like fans think they know better than the people who like have made money and like proven their success.
Yeah, that's
really
true.
weird.
Yeah.
Like. Here's the thing:
you trying to throw shots? You trying to throw shots?
No, I'm saying it's not just you. It's like so many people. It's just like they made a great first movie that made a lot of money. Yeah. Like trust what they're doing.
But you know they said don't make the first. You know how many people said don't make the first one either a Joker movie without Batman? Remember that?
Yeah.
I mean before they cast Joaquin, and then everyone's on board.
They can make it. I don't have any problems with them making these. I wish that they would open up and make some more fucking movies. Let's go.
Yeah, I agree with them. Yeah, but listen, the consumer wants what the consumer wants.
You know,
I understand. You gotta understand too. Yeah,
I liked the first movie. I really did. But to me, it did. It's like it's not a comic book movie. It's not a Joker movie. It was just a good film.
The profit margins were off the chart with the budget and the amount of money it made.
And the acting was on point. All of that. So I'm not like speaking like negatively about the film, other than the fact to me it's not a Joker movie at all. And yeah, I love a good musical, but this just seems like I don't want to see a Joker musical, like I've said. And I think like I'm cool with Lady Gaga being Harley Quinn. I think that's a very interesting choice. You know, if there's a few songs here and there, but if like, you know, it's just like they're in, you know, this hospital and they're walking around breaking out and singing, and you've got like patients in their, you know, their hospital gowns or, you know, straight, you know, anything. It just sounds so stupid to me. Like, I don't want to see that.
A shared delusional disorder. That's really.
I mean, didn't they already kind of do that in that Suicide Squad movie with Margot Robbie? Didn't they dress her up like Madonna or some shit?
Yeah, they did. They did the Material Girl.
Yeah. So haven't we already done that? Or nobody.
And how original
they got
are
their
you
nobody got their
being
fill
with like adding music into a comic book thing when The Boys is already doing that this season, and it's like based off like an actual plot line and storyline. So to me, it's like, oh, they're like, oh, he's doing something new and fresh. Technically, no, you're not. Right, because we're seeing it right now. We're seeing music infused in season 4 of The Boys. That's like literally. I mean, excuse me, season 3. That's literally what they're doing right now.
Okay.
Well, in a hospital, in a freaking hospital.
I am. No one's gonna ruin my buzz. I'm all excited about this.
Just oversaturated with Joker at this point. I just wanted to do something else, as Ashley said earlier. We've gotten so much
getting
Joker.
Blue Beetle, you're getting Batgirl, you're getting Black Adam, you're getting Shazam 2. You know they are.
Blue Beetle, you're getting everything you
Great.
want.
So this is the movie I'm going to see dead last. I'm going to see this after everything else because I really don't care.
Well, we don't know the release date of this movie. Probably my guess is 2024. But like,
well, honestly, the first movie, because it's low budget, it didn't take that long to make.
No, that's true. It didn't take that
So
long.
I don't have
the turnaround on this is probably going to be fast. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, look. I don't have a problem. I mean, yes, the first one was financially successful. A lot of people liked it. So it's like, if people like this type of thing, then sure, make it. I just personally,
it's made for me. I'm first.
Yeah, it's made for y'all, so that's fine. But and I hope this second one is everything all your hopes and dreams. But just like right now, this.
But I mean. We just haven't.
Well, that's the other reason to do it is the small turnaround time. You don't need extra time to delay the film for special effects for the Flash, Aquaman 2, and all. You don't really need that with this film. Maybe because there's musical numbers, there might be a little bit more, you know, with the soundtrack and everything. But you don't need all that. It's a fast project that you can produce quick.
Like, do y'all feel like this is the natural progression from the first movie? Is this? I mean, just like...
Well,
it's hard to say without the context.
It doesn't.
My guess is that we will see Harley in Arkham talking to the Joker. He's not the Joker, but whatever.
Yeah, he's got Arthur Fleck.
Arthur Fleck, yeah, talking to him, and then maybe in his brain... He just started something stupid happens. I just want to see a trailer to judge it.
I'm gonna watch it, and I'm like gonna go into it as much as possible I can with an open mind. I'm just like, these are my concerns, and it just doesn't
The Joker 2 will not cost 150.
He's already dancing on the steps and stuff in the first one.
Yeah, and that's cool, but that's like. I know,
but he's not singing as he's going down.
Outside the box, Joker's outside the box.
Then if she's on a stage somewhere and she's performing in front of audience and she's singing a song, okay, great. But like we're walking down the street, you know, in Gotham and you're busting out singing, I don't know.
No, I don't.
We'll see.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. I don't know.
I mean, Harley Quinn is a singer, so she could sing. So yeah, you know, just in the comics.
I love it. And it works on multiple levels. You get the number 2 in there, right? Because it's a sequel. Then you're also, of course, talking. It's an actual term for medical, discussing mental illness. So that plays in perfectly, and it's an allusion to potentially, to the story, obviously, and maybe Harley Quinn. It could also, of course, mean Batman, as I first tweeted when they made the announcement. It could mean Joker's followers. And some of you thought maybe it would mean Willem Dafoe, who's been angling to get into the movie as another Joker, that there's more than one Joker. An idea that Jeff Johns, by the way, recently explored in the comics with the 3 Jokers. I thought that storyline was not good. It was butt. I didn't like it. And I don't like the idea of multiple Jokers. It's only one Joker. Damn it. And so I don't like that idea at all. But many of you also pointed out that the colors of the script cover that Todd Phillips shared invoke Harley Quinn. And it seems you were right. Now, today, fans are talking about Lady Gaga's mother following Todd Phillips on Instagram. You guys are really on top of this stuff. But my guess is that Lady Gaga and her team, which includes her mother, are lobbying for the Harley Quinn role. I'm sure Lady Gaga's mother is hoping that Todd Phillips noticed this as well. I'm sure she hoped that you would notice and talk about it and make a headline.
She's in talks.
Personally, though, I don't think Lady Gaga would make a great Harley Quinn. I'm sorry. I think she'd be a better Poison Ivy.
There
you go,
but I'm,
Max.
of course, open to
Oh, man. I'm disagreeing with Grace more and more.
I can see her being Harley. I don't know about.
Yeah, I guess
Poison
it's
Ivy.
okay. It's all
Listen,
right.
Grace, this is Grace. She always say this shit, and then when the movie come out, oh, she was great.
Yes.
She was good. She always say this
Okay,
shit.
Jessica Chastain then, Grace.
Yeah. You see?
I'm going to make a fake
Stop.
headline. Jessica Chastain cast as Harley Quinn.
seeing Gaga, what she can do, because I think she's an incredible actress. I thought she carried that whole Gucci movie on her shoulders. And I thought she made it work, until they made her not the main character anymore, which was so stupid because she was what was making it work. But anyway,
spoilers.
Gaga is an alpha.
The movie's
Harley
been out
Quinn
for a
is a
while,
famous beta. I know that acting is involved, but one of the
What?
things that makes someone a star is that they have a brand. And Gaga's brand is being an alpha. That self-confidence is an inspiration.
What?
Oh my fucking
She's
god!
an abuse. She's a domestic violence victim. What the fuck are you saying right now, Grace?
Oh
my god! Oh my god! Excuse me, I just said a bad word. Oh my gosh!
That's all right.
Doesn't matter.
I cannot believe she just called her a beta.
What the, she needs help. Bro. She
Dude,
needs help.
like what?
There's a lot.
This woman's
There's
about
a
to get a
lot
million
of bad takes
subscribers.
on
I just want to let y'all
this
know
week.
that.
Wow.
What's that, DL?
I said this woman's about to get a million subscribers. I just want you to realize that, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah, she is. She is. I mean, I ain't hating on her. Do your thing, girl. Like,
RJ
leaves
and he can't
because
take
people love it.
Hi, you see this?
So many
This is what we're
people.
talking about.
I said
Psycho
that in
Grace.
the Gucci movie, when she just walked across that parking lot when we first meet her character, the way she just feels so comfortable in her own skin was like, inspirational. I was just so blown away by it. And that's not Harley at all.
I don't think Harley Quinn is.
Oh
even
my god,
necessarily
bro!
a
You are
beta.
basing it off of one fucking movie. You dumb.
Well, I mean, she is. I mean, the beginning of a relationship, Joker's in
not
charge.
basing it
Yeah.
on- Bro, you're basing it on the House of Gucci, which is an okay movie.
I cannot believe this.
Oh my fucking god. Grace, just touch grass. Just touch it.
She's in her high rise.
Oh my gosh.
She should be. I'm telling you, she should be banned from New York City. She should be banned from the United States. I swear to God, she should. Oh my god, you basing on this shit on one fucking movie.
She said she's kind of a beta. She's a beta.
Oh my
god.
What? Harley needs to follow someone. She needs to be in a relationship. Harley Quinn does not.
Have you watched the movie?
Gaga comes across to me as a loner, just like Poison Ivy is.
Well, at the beginning,
which is why
I
it's so
guess.
powerful, of course, when Harley gets Ivy to open up. So I think Lady Gaga would be a tremendous Poison Ivy, and I think it would be it would be a stretch for her to be Harley Quinn. Maybe
She's
she
talking
can do
about
it.
Harley
I don't know if she
after.
would set herself.
What's that?
She's talking about like what the Harley that she's thinking about is Harley post Joker. This is, too. It's just like she's not really. I don't know what
And the
she's
thing
trying to
is
say.
that I think the version that she's talking about, I think that's the one that Margot Robbie wants to do. With Poison Ivy. So Grace, she's not playing that.
Honestly, I think
she's
Gaga
probably
will make
playing
it
it.
with Poison Ivy.
She could. I'll give you that. She could do a Poison
Yeah,
Ivy.
I mean, I don't think that's horrible.
It's horrible. I mean, no,
But-
Grace, no.
I think that.
Well, there's people that disagree on this, and because at the beginning of the relationship, at the beginning of the relationship, she's not actually a beta either with the Joker. She's helping Joker.
Yeah.
So it
Maybe
takes a
that will
weird
happen
turn
when
once
she's
she
an
becomes
orphan.
Harley Quinn. So this is.
I think that like the people are saying, "Oh, she's a beta," but in the chat, but it's like I think that we need. I don't think that that's technically what she is. Just based off that relationship.
Something's
if
got
anything, she's more. She's got in this relationship, and she's a victim of someone.
Yeah,
she's being victimized.
Right.
It's not the same thing.
So it would actually be more impactful if it is a strong-willed woman with a strong,
exactly
because it can happen to anyone. That is also a strong message, because even this alpha beta, stereotype that Grace is going into right now, that is, that's not if you really think about what could happen in reality. You don't always know who could be impacted by this. And just saying that someone's a beta because they got in the situation, that's kind of really dismissive and wrong, too. It can happen to a lot of strong-willed people that get in situations that they don't necessarily foresee themselves in. It can happen to a lot of people. It's kind of unfair, an unfair stereotype. Oh, she's just a beta. It's very dismissive, Do you see what I'm saying? Like, when Harleen Quinzel meets the Joker, she's a psychologist, a professional, and it doesn't happen right away. Slowly, she goes into the madness, and something happens where she becomes a potential victim, and then almost like Stockholm syndrome, And just saying someone's a beta is very dismissive, and I don't know. That's my thought.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's finish this out here.
I thought for a much more difficult path. I mean, do any of these shows need a Poison Ivy? I mean, where's Poison Ivy, damn it? I think the age of Poison Ivy is just starting to begin, although the new comic they just put out was awful.
Should have began with
and I'm a big Poison Ivy fan, so someday the age of Poison Ivy will begin. Now, adding drama to this situation, of course, is that Margot Robbie infamously tried to get Lady Gaga to join Birds of Prey, but Gaga turned her down flat. So now Gaga is coming after Robbie's own role? That is very aggressive. That's alpha behavior. Let's also not forget that Kaylee Cuoco already voices another version of Harley Quinn, quite successfully. That show returning for a third season later this summer. Not that many people watch it because it was on DC Universe. But I'm hoping with this third season, more people tune in because that's an incredible show. And that, by the way, finally established Harley Quinn not only is broken up with the Joker, they did such a good job with that, but as a couple with Poison Ivy, which they also did an incredible job with. They took a season to do both things. One season to break her up with the Joker, one season to put her with Poison Ivy.
I agree.
And it was so popular and so well received, that show, so I guess some people did watch it, that DC Comics, which had been sidestepping Harley and Ivy's relationship, even though that's what Paul Dini said he intended from the moment he put them together in the animated series, that they would be a couple, a romantic couple, DC Comics has finally embraced Harley and Ivy as a couple. Harley Ivy, that's their celebrity couple name. And they've made them their top LGBT couple. And they've been a big part of Pride celebrations. And I think it's really beautiful the way.
Okay, we got a super chat here from Blue Jay. Thank you. Thank you for the support. Even though I love the first Joker, I'm not crazy about a sequel. Could be good, but I feel like it should be a standalone. But it made $1 billion. Yeah, the $1 billion.
I mean, the thing is,
in Hollywood, if you make $1 billion, you will become a franchise.
For sure. I mean, the thing is, I would have given Todd Phillips other characters to do, other villains.
And Blue Jay, I got to contact you on Twitter. I got to work on that package soon. Blue Jay is our winner.
Yay, Blue Jay!
Yeah, Blue Jay. Thank you. All right. What were we saying? I'm sorry. Go ahead. Who was talking?
Anthony, yes.
Okay. If not, I'll go forward.
Way their love story is shown in the comics recently.
She just really wants this.
Has embraced it and is finally telling
their story.
I think
that's Grace's angle.
Side note, though, I think going back to Harley Quinn's roots at this point and her toxic relationship with the Joker might seem a little odd to fans as so much.
Now I'll say this. There's a lot of people out there that are extremely for social justice, and I'm for social justice too. But there's some that don't like specific parts of Harley Quinn's, and this probably would be towards more of the toxic part of Harley Quinn's story.
Well, I mean,
and this is also potentially why the Ayer cut is a thing, and why they don't show that, and we'll see if it gets released or not. But there's a lot of people that love this version. They only want to take specific versions of Harley Quinn and not deal with the traumatic, toxic angle, which is there. You know, it is in her origins. What's people's thoughts on that?
I mean, Ayer was gonna do that, and Warner Bros. Just completely cut down his fucking movie and stuff like that. So, like, I mean, I like to see the toxic relationship between Joker and her. And I think that'll be a good story.
Do you see this? Does anyone else, Ryan? Do you see this that a lot don't want to touch that part of it in live action for reasons, or even?
I think that's one of the reasons why Margot Robbie didn't really promote an Ayer cut. You know? Everyone else did. You know, Will Smith. Everybody was like, "Yeah, I'd love to see it. I'd love to see it," and she was like, "Nah, that's not the Harley that I want to put out there." And because I have a little bit of power and say. And you know, Warner Brothers has taken me in and sat me down and said, "Hey, you know, what do you want to do?" You know, her first thing was to put together a Birds of Prey movie that Harley Quinn is not even a part of.
Flop so hard.
It wasn't a good movie, but you know, she was the star of a Birds of Prey movie. That's like coming in and putting Black Adam in a Superman movie, but Black Adam is the star. You know, and so she feels the same way that Grace feels, in that they don't want to go back and tell the story and kind of give you an idea of, you know, what happened, what's going on, whatever. And they were like, nah, forget that. Put that under the rugs. Put that under the rug. We don't want to hear that, see that, whatever. Let's just get to the girl on girl action. That's great. Let's go. And so that's kind of where she wants to be. She wants to show that, you know, that was the whole thing about the Birds of Prey, was that, you know, she's coming into her own. She's, you know, becoming an alpha or whatever.
Birds of shit.
I guess like Teen Wolf. And yeah, so that's where, you know, Margot Robbie doesn't want to go back to that, you know. So, and there's no projects in development with Margot Robbie's, you know, Harley Quinn. So, you know, what's to say that, you know, Todd Phillips can't use a Harley Quinn? I mean, aren't we supposed to have multiple iterations of these characters and be okay with having multiple iterations of these characters? Is it that one character is the person that embodies the character and that's it? I mean,
well,
sorry,
I think the problem is that DC Comics or even the animated side can handle multiple characters, but the film division of WB hasn't proven they can handle multiple at the same time yet.
Well, I mean, the thing is that, like, people say, "Oh, Margot Robbie's the definitive Harley Quinn." I was like, bro.
No, Kelly
for live action
in the last years, yeah.
But like, I mean, like, we only seen one live action Harley Quinn. It's not bad to see another one or another one in Maverick's universe or whatever. I mean, I mean, 3 Harley Quinns in live action. Give it to me. I want to see it.
But this whole video is skewed towards this is what Grace wants.
Well, of course. I mean, that's sort of what she does. She wants you to.
This is the more social
rally
justice
behind
version.
her, and well, that's because that's.
Although although the animated series is this version though, and it's very successful.
Yeah,
and
it was successful because Bruce Timm
really
created that character. Bruce Timm created that character. He's the one who created Harley, so of course it's going to be good.
But there's a lot for social justice and women empowerment, which I am also for. That have their biases against this version.
Yeah, and I think that you should be able to show both versions of her because it's the evolution of her character. And if you're going to shy away from one part, it's bullshit.
What does that mean? Bradley Cooper, Harvey Dent. What do you mean by that, DeGrasse?
He wants him to be Harvey Dent, I guess.
Ooh.
He's gonna be Harvey Dent.
Or is he going to be Harvey Dent
in the Joker 2 movie?
Oh, that's because he was in that movie with her, The Star Is Born. The remake.
Oh yeah.
So he's just like, Bradley Cooper, of course.
I mean, I could
He'll sing in there with her.
I could see him as Harvey Dent.
Yeah,
well, I could see him that.
Yeah.
All right, we're only halfway through. Oh God.
Time and effort.
How much really can you take?
And all the mediums across the board, comics, TV, movies, to get her out of that relationship. I think people might be like,
she's stuck.
What? Like, we're back to the start after all that character exploration and evolution?
Well, people think
she wants to go forward and never look back.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
That's Margot Robbie for. I mean, look. I mean,
so does
one day
Margot.
we
Yeah,
get the haircut. Yeah, it's Margot Robbie. She didn't like what David Ayer did in the Suicide the Suicide Squad. So that's the reason that movie maybe or may not come out. Who knows?
you want a hangover of me, Blue Jay,
Oh
because
my
of
God,
Todd
Blue,
Phillips.
No.
But it's very obvious the bias coming through now because we've already lots of people think there was a missed opportunity. I mean, that's why the Ayer cut still trends. People want to see that.
Oh yeah, the talk because we was gonna see the toxic relationship.
And
between Tyler and
this is the part where potentially could be something that people for social justice and women empowerment kind of miss is showing the story, the origins, and getting past that as a character is very powerful. That no one likes when these things happen. These things happen in real life, and some women survive it, get past it, and move on, and are even a more powerful person, or in this case, character, for going through it. So, obviously, if they introduce Harley Quinn in this, and it is traumatic, and it is intense, I would kind of want to see what happens to this version of Harley, get past it too. All right.
What if she dies?
That would be
Daniel
that'd be controversial. I'd have to see the context of that if that happened, but
so I think that might be a problem that Warner Brothers is not considering. Back to the new animated series. As you might recall, Warner Brothers actually wanted Margot Robbie to voice the character, but Robbie apparently turned it down, leaving an opportunity for Cuoco to win over fans as the character, which she did. You might also recall that when it was announced they were doing an animated Harley Quinn series, I said Margot Robbie should definitely do the voice. I said she should pull a Robert Downey Jr. and not let anyone else near that character. Of course, on What If, someone else voiced Tony Stark, Iron Man, I think because right now, Robert Downey Jr. is taking a break from the MCU because his character was killed off.
He's too expensive.
But for a while there, he was fiercely protective of his territory. And I said Margot Robbie should do the same, and she'd not only potentially allow another actress to win over fans as the character, but set a precedent for other actresses playing Harley. And that's exactly what she did. Also contributing to this situation is continued poor box office for Robbie's Harley, from Birds of Prey to James Gunn's The Suicide Squad. I mean, I think that Suicide Squad did okay, but it did not do
What's that, Ryan?
Oh, I said flippity floppity. They're both flops.
Yeah, they're both flops. Do you think?
I mean,
the one was
think
heavily
Aslam's
impacted
gonna
by
look at this and be like,
Birds of Prey, even though I don't like the movie, it came out, and the name change of the film, it did come out in February. During and then we got into the pandemic basically the next month with that movie, and then the other one had its own impact.
It would have made like
a day and day release,
hundreds of more dollars.
I think it could have made
Listen, I'm sorry, but the long title name, Birds of Shit, like
Catalyst Emancipation one.
Yeah, like what the fuck is that title?
Yeah.
The title was part of the problem there, yeah.
And in the Suicide Squad, I mean, look, Warner Brothers lost money on marketing, like $200 million, they say, something like that. And then it was on HBO Max and it flopped. So, listen, David Zaslav, of course, David Zaslav is not going to be happy about those numbers. So
All right, well, let's finish this here.
Level of what Harley Quinn should do, considering how popular the character is in other places. I mean, Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn certainly has fans, who I'm sure are angrily typing at this moment, and they're very devoted. And I think they'll make life difficult, unfortunately, for any other actresses who try to take on the role. I've already seen some of them very aggressively trying to fight this back. But Margot Robbie's Harley has not set fandom on fire since she was first introduced for David Ayer's Suicide Squad way back in the day. It just it's not been there. I think there's definitely room for improvement from a business perspective. Again, the box office on Birds of Prey and James Gunn's The Suicide Squad just aren't where they should be for a character that's supposed to be that popular. As for Robbie, she's got a very full dance card already. You don't have to worry about her. Don't cry for Margot Robbie. She's Barbie, or one of actually several Barbies in the upcoming Warner Brothers movie. She's the one that they're launching off with, but they should reveal the other Barbies hopefully very soon, especially because it leaked. Warner Brothers also has her set for an Ocean's prequel, and Disney wants her to take a franchise. I mean, I think right now she has to be a little bit.
Do you think she can handle all these projects? I don't think she's that. I mean,
Listen,
she's talented, but I just don't see it. I think
I
there's
love Ocean.
overexposure.
I love the Ocean franchise. Come on, a fucking prequel. Give me a fucking sequel.
Whoa,
to the
Anthony,
movie.
too many Fs. Too many Fs.
Like, give me a sequel. I like Margaret, but why a prequel? Unless, like, doesn't make sense for that franchise.
Well, they tried this already, though. They tried
Ocean's 8.
Yeah.
Well, that was.
Why
good.
so many? Why more Ocean movies?
Yeah,
I
like,
don't
come
know.
on. Like, I don't money because it prints money.
No, it doesn't.
It is because they're all female one. How well did that film do?
It did probably. I mean,
it wasn't very good either.
They're great, so I could get a prequel.
Even though I don't agree with us doing this to ladies in the entertainment industry. Let's be real. I don't know if I should even highlight that, but there's an aspect of it. I'm sorry.
Pirates of the Caribbean. Wait, why?
Without Johnny,
she needs to
go
back to making
that's
films like
that's
Bombshell.
the one I'm excited for.
I like this. The Barbie thing I'm interested in, but I don't care about that Pirates of the Caribbean thing with her. And
without Johnny, that's gonna be doo-doo.
Yeah, but the Barbie thing seems
even with Johnny.
Barbie might be okay.
Yeah,
I disagree.
All right. Well, I think she's going to be maybe overexposed here with too many projects. You're going to get sick of it.
Probably.
I don't see her as that big of a star to be in all this stuff and carry it. Well, I mean, maybe after maybe Barbie will change the whole landscape.
She was really good in Bombshell. She's really good in that movie.
Bombshell?
Yeah, that's a really good. I think when she does like more serious turns in films, I like her a lot more. Like
than her big franchise movies.
Yeah.
Like her more serious.
She is very talented. I just don't care for her Harley Quinn very much.
And the thing is that the Barbie movie is coming out with the new Christopher Nolan movie and then the new Captain Marvel movie. So I don't know how much money that Barbie is gonna make. That's gonna be hard. So,
concerned about being overexposed. Although let's see. If I were her, I would drop out of Pirates. After what happened with Johnny Depp and you know how people are rallying behind him, I would not want to take over his franchise without him. I mean, she should insist that he be in the movie if she's actually gonna do that. But anyway, I think she's taken Harley as far as she can, and she should focus on finding another big character that maybe she can blow up to be as big as it should be. I mean, Harley Quinn has not turned out to be her Indiana Jones. It just hasn't worked out that way. I was going to say it's Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman, but that didn't work out either. Warner Brothers. All right. Now, I do think two more Harleys, in addition to Kaylee Cuoco's, is too many, right? I do not see how Todd Phillips can tell a Joker Harley story at the same time that Matt Reeves is telling one over on HBO Max.
Why?
I mean, that's crazy to me. As I've said before, it doesn't do either group, characters or actors, any favors because it splits the fandom and pits them against each other instead of trying to get all of them behind.
I agree with her. Yeah, I do agree. I've said the same thing. I've said this, and I've said the same exact thing before.
We're having multiple versions of Batman at the same time.
I understand what you're saying.
And I said that
people
too.
aren't agreeing with that either.
And what have we heard? That's not my Batman. My Batman doesn't walk. You know,
Hey, we don't talk like that. What are you
come
talking
on,
about?
get out of here.
You put words in my mouth, girl.
Listen, I'm all for it. I want more
Tyler Hoechlin or whatever. That's not my Superman, but I mean, he can exist. I don't give a shit.
The Tyler Hoechlin,
I mean,
Cavill.
Yeah, I mean, same thing with Cavill or whatever, dude. I mean,
TV series and movies different.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind seeing two different Wonder Womans on the big screen. Just make sure that their stories.
Hear that here first.
There's
Ryan
some sort of
lot of wonderful women. Wonderful.
Breaking news. Ryan say there's going to be another.
I like the women.
Hey, there's another Wonder Woman. Like
only two at the same time and one animated. It's not like okay.
One version of this story. Like, why have that infighting? Why create that? Marvel doesn't do it. Even with the multiverse, they still haven't done that. At least not yet. There's also, again, the issue of plunging, as I said, plunging the character.
What do you say?
I want to see another Captain America, another Iron Man, another Incredible Hulk movie. Like, I want to see different
They
stories.
are.
I'm tired of
I
saying
get another Captain America movie. But
Yeah,
it's just,
with
no,
Sam
I'm
taking
talking
over.
about. I'm talking about with Steve Rogers, or is it Steve Rogers?
I mean, I can see that because he's actually done. Like if Chris Evans,
Yeah,
is
I would.
done
I
with
would
the
love
role,
to see like give
and
me
they
a
bring in
different
Hydra Cap with a
take.
different actor. Cool, you know.
Yeah, I don't need everything to connect to each. You know, like I'm getting kind of tired of the whole connection that Marvel has.
I
It's
love
like
it.
connect.
Steve
No, I know you
Rogers
love
and
it. I
Captain
get it.
America
I love the
I get it.
had one of
connection
the
stuff,
big,
but I know
one
what you're
of the
saying. I
biggest
do
and most
agree.
complete arcs of any
It's
of the Avengers.
it's
I
kind of like
think.
going to a comic shop, right? Like they have multiple iterations.
We're losing Ryan.
Uh-oh.
But I'm saying Captain America and Steve
I wanted to
Rogers
hear
had
his
one of the
point.
biggest, most complete arcs of any.
But
of
we
the
know
Avengers.
that Marvel would never do that.
And like, and especially if they brought in now, if they bring in like a Hydra Cap, that is cool with a different actor. Okay. I mean, Chris Evans might come back,
Yeah,
but
but
I
you know
get that. But
Disney
it's
won't
not
like
like they're both. We don't have two, Steve Rogers at the same time.
I mean, like.
Oh no,
I
we
don't
still
think-
want Gal.
And
Everyone
comics
wants
are
Gal.
all part of a bigger universe anyway, so the connection is natural.
I think everyone wants to
for
see Gal
film.
again as
Oh
Wonder
no,
Woman.
I'm looking forward to Wonder Woman 3. But
It's just we don't like Wonder Woman. No one really likes Wonder Woman 84.
Yeah.
Character back into a toxic, male-defined,
Oh, here we
heterosexual
go.
relationship after doing so much work along the narrative of freeing her from that relationship to put her in a really healthy LGBT relationship. I think some fans are understandably going to be extremely upset about this. I don't even know how I feel about it at this point, because at first I was against breaking her up from the Joker. I was like, what is Harley Quinn if not, the Joker's girlfriend? But the first season of Harley Quinn, the animated series, did such a beautiful job exploring why that relationship was toxic that it's just crazy to me to see her go back into it at this point. I mean, part of me does want to see what Todd Phillips does with the character, but I don't think he can do an exact Mad Love storyline because Harley's just come so far.
Bro, who say he was going to do that?
Begs the question: how many people?
We still haven't really seen that relationship very well done. It was skipped over for this exact.
Yeah, Warner Brothers did just give the Air movie to a trailer company.
We still don't. I mean, the first Suicide Squad was not an exact Harley and Joker. It was they were both in it. They were in a relationship, and then the beginning of Birds of Prey, they skipped past that shit real quick.
Well, they killed Larry Jetta in Birds of Prey.
So we still didn't get that. It's this untold story so far on the big screen.
In the mainstream, in the general public. Even they probably don't even know her from the comics and the original animated series. How well is Harley Quinn known? But the foundation for any comic book character in any of these mediums is the fandom. And so you have to have the fandom on board, as many series have learned. And I don't know if fans really want to go back to this. I would prefer to see an exploration of her with Ivy, quite frankly.
We know you said this like 20 times in the video.
DC Comics has gotten on board, the animation division has gotten on board, but the film division still will not do that, which is a shame.
They tried.
So we'll see what happens. Maybe they'll explore it in the television show, but maybe she'll have a relationship with Poison Ivy on that show, and they'll switch it around to her. Because in the animated series, she knew Ivy when she was in Arkham as well. That would be interesting. A love triangle? Okay, I'd kind of like that. I hope they keep this stuff in mind. Ivy has to be a very big part of any Harley Quinn story anybody's telling these days. All right, but I would also say, so far, new DC films seems an awful lot like old DC films. They can't hire a new head of DC films fast enough because they are charging ahead with their same old and making a lot of the same mistakes.
We're almost done.
So, I mean, and again, it's all about creative freedom, but they're really hurting themselves. All right, so what do you think of a Phillips Harley, a Todd Phillips Harley, of a Reeves' Harley? And also, do you think Margot Robbie's Harley still has some stories left to go? Or do you think that character's run its course, that version of the character? And do you think Lady Gaga would make a good Harley Quinn? Share those thoughts down below. Subscribe today.
Okay, let's stop.
Oh, man, Grace is such a beta.
Right now.
Well, what do you think? Is Margot Robbie? Do you think she's got life left in the character, Ashley? Or just kind of like, okay, I'm over it?
Okay, I liked the Suicide Squad, but I didn't really.
Oh, hot take.
I didn't like her mini movie in the middle of it. It just seemed really weird. It was just like, let me give her something to do. I enjoyed. That's like, I feel like the best version of her, like her character that we've seen, that I've seen of her, you know, as playing Harley. But at this point, like if she moves on, good. Let's see somebody else step into the role and do something else, you know, with it. I'm not really vying for her to come back. And I also do agree with RJ. I think it's exciting to see, you know, Harley with Poison Ivy. And like I've always been more partial to Kaylee Cuoco's Harley, even though it's animated, over her anyway.
Well, here's
here's
a more interesting question I just thought of. We'll end the stream after this. If you're doing a different version of Harley, should you start with the Harley that's already past the Joker, or if you're doing a new version of Harley, should you start at the beginning in her origins and deal with that trauma and how she became Harley Quinn? Should you remove that part of a new Harley Quinn? I don't think so.
No, I think we should be able to see her with the Joker and everything that she goes through, breaking away from him, then building that connection with Poison Ivy. I would like to see all of that,
because doesn't that make that relationship down the line stronger after she's dealt with other things in the past?
I agree.
Okay, so DL, what do you think about that? If you do a new rebooted Harley Quinn, a different actress, should you just skip past the trauma and the toxicness and just focus on where she is now in the comics or the storylines are doing now, or should you show the origins and deal with that and that toxicity and her where she got to her start?
I mean, the fact that we haven't gotten it now, like, of course you should, you know, show that trauma. That's what makes her character more complex, you know? So it's just like, I don't see why they wouldn't do that, you know? But like, I think Margot Robbie as Harley, I don't think she got like a good chance with the role. I think she's really good, but I just feel like the writing they gave to her outside of the Suicide Squad wasn't really good. So I feel like if she does decide to come back and they give her a better story,
you do realize
he was not just an actress; he was a producer.
Yeah, she co-wrote.
She had a lot to say.
Birds of Prey. She had a lot of.
She handpicked the characters.
Yeah, she thinks she's the shit.
She picked the.
So it's not that they didn't give her a chance. That was her chance. If anything was a chance for her,
they didn't give Jared Leto a producer and a chance to do his own thing. So
that's true.
I think they gave her a good opportunity. Yeah.
Well, my statement still stands. If they give her better writing, because what she's doing apparently is not working. Then, because as I said, the Suicide Squad, when James Gunn wrote her character, it was the best she's done. You know, as Harley.
Whoa, that's a hot take.
I think I agree. She's the best in that movie. I just didn't like the storyline they gave her, because I didn't feel like it fit with the overall film.
I actually like the Harley Quinn and Birds of Prey better than the Suicide Squad.
Regardless,
the movie
that's another hot take.
Give her better material, and I think she would knock it out of the park. They need to have her pair it with Poison Ivy. That should have happened in like, instead of having this Birds of Prey crap, we needed that to be like the Gotham City Sirens or like just a Harley and Poison Ivy.
That was going to happen, but with David Ayer, but then everything happened with Warner Brothers and shit like that. So
RJ and Dino, calm down. I think Dino sometimes does a hot take where it's worded badly. I think he's saying that he doesn't like the potential angle perception that they're crazy and that's why they're in that kind of relationship.
Yeah. What?
But I don't think
I don't understand. Yeah.
I don't.
I'm not going to touch that.
Yeah, I shouldn't have touched it either. All right, so Ryan, what do you think? Yeah. If you bring back Harley Quinn, a different actress, should you just focus on what Grace Randolph wants, which she's happy to see as representation, or could that diminish the character not dealing with her origins and where she got where she is?
Well, her origins are very they're important. For character growth, character development. You could handle it with flashbacks. But it just depends on what story she's going to be in. Like, if the story doesn't give room for this whole, experience of, what her and Joker went through, then again, like I said, you could maybe get some flashbacks, some exposition, just sort of bring the audience up to speed on who this version of Harley Quinn is. So, I mean, I'm cool with either way, but it does need to be a part of her character, wherever in the timeline you place the story. So, do I think that we'll actually see that? Probably not, because just like Grace Randolph, a lot of people are like, "Oh no, that can't happen, not anymore." No, that's But then the thing is that it does, it's not. I mean, it's something that happens, so people kind of need to see that, even with their favorite characters. Like, oh shit, something happened. Oh no, how did they deal with it? How did they cope? How did they overcome? Well, we don't know. They're cool now because they're hanging out with their good buddy, Poison Ivy, that has, poison lipstick that apparently doesn't work on Harley or whatever. I don't know. But anyway, it is what it is. And do I think Margot Robbie could play Harley Quinn again? Sure, why not? She needs better writing. And the thing is, the thing about it is that, like, there's never been a Harley Quinn movie. Do they not have enough confidence that she's a draw? I mean, is the character not that big? Is everybody on the panel making her character out to be bigger than that? Bigger than what it actually is, because it's not going to pull in the audiences that other superheroes or villains or whatever can pull in from DC. Because in the first one, she was an ensemble cast. Second one, she was an ensemble cast. Third one, she was an ensemble cast. So we're not really getting a Harley Quinn movie, so you can't really explore too much. And yeah, her side story in the Suicide Squad was weird. It was kind of dumb. I think that I like her version in the first Suicide Squad, as far as like who she is and what she's about. A lot of people are like, "Oh, but you sexualized her." I don't give a shit about that. She signed the contract, put on the clothes, was cool with it at the time, whatever. I don't mind the way she looked in the Suicide Squad movie. But the worst look was in the Birds of Prey with the pom-pom sleeves. That was dumb. But yeah, so I mean, you can do it. You can, and I don't care about recasting. Give me somebody that can give me a good performance. I don't care who they are. Just if it sucks, it sucks. If it's good, it's good.
All right.
That's my take.
Well, Anthony, please give your take so I can end the stream. Because the chat is.
Margot Robbie.
Oh God,
sure she could come back. She needs a better writing. I think she's gonna take a break for.
What if they recast Harley Quinn? Should they only do the part where like Grace was saying, or should they examine everything?
I mean, you could do the Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy thing with Margot Robbie character if they wanted to, or not. Just get a new actress doing like a Black Label DC one-off story with those two characters and stuff like that. And you could do that. Or my Reeves could do it. Who knows? Whatever.
All right. Well, I'm going to end the stream. It's supposed to be a 20 to 30-minute stream. It's a 2-hour stream. Thank you, Ashley, DL, Ryan, Anthony. And I need a nap now.
Sleep.
I was all hype at the beginning because I'm really excited about this project. But I feel like I'm in the minority that are like super positive. Not that they're.
I just want to see a trailer.
Just because something doesn't excite us doesn't make us negative by default. Just not interested. I'm positively not interested.
We're friends. Everybody's friends.
Yeah.
Thank you for that, RJ. I really appreciate that.
Man, this is a good.
We're friends. We're friends. We're friends.
Good night, everyone. I'll probably be back. I'm debating on whether to stream tonight or maybe do another Obi-Wan watch party.
I'll be streaming about Superman tonight, so I won't be. I'll be
about him being too old.
Yep, it's a hot topic.
Go after Matt Jarbo, please. Boo this man. The worst. 90% of the audience.
Red trunks or no red trunks? Let's go.
Okay.
Who cares?
Yeah.
All right.
Who cares? Yes.
Good night, everyone. Bye.
Brutus might be just. Oh my
Bye.
god.
Have a good one. Cheer up.